Hi, this is how you can understand and paint this glass bowl in just 3 simple steps. So let's start with something really simple first. We will do a clear glass bowl in a void with a single light source. And to be more specific, let's say we have a simple void of flat color of your choice. Mine is this soft pastel green shade, and we will have a lamp somewhere on the top left corner there, and then we will have a bowl. So how can we make this bowl look like a clear glass one? So step 1. Painting what we see behind the bowl. So because glass is transparent, which means you can see what's behind the bowl. In this case, it's simple because we only have a void of color. We just need to paint the background color in there. However, with glass, thing is a little bit tricky and it actually gets lighter when getting far from the light source instead of getting darker like usual, Because with glass being transparent, light can go right through the bowl. And if we draw an imaginary light ray and extend it, the lightest area will be where the light hit on the other side of the bowl. Okay, here. And it will be darker on the opposite side. And here's a small tip. You can adjust the hue of the darker and lighter color a little bit to make things look more interesting. Like for example, here I made the darker green lean more blue and the lighter green lean more yellow. And after laying all the base color down, just blend them together with your preferred method. And just make sure that things cover out a little to make it look like a bowl, And I won't go into too much detail for this part because I will make another video explaining my rendering and blending method. Next is the second step. Painting the shadow. And first, let's put the shadow on a new layer and put it under the bowl one. Since our light source is on the top left, our shadow will be around here just like a normal object. But once again, because the light is able to go right through the bowl, if we extended the light ray past over the bowl, it would hit this part of the shadow. So that's the reason why this area will be a lot lighter than the surrounding area of the shadow. Okay, so we are done putting down the base color. Let's blend them together again. And this shadow part is something pretty important for a believable illusion of glass or transparent stuff in general. So please pay special attention to the shadow part whenever you can see it in your painting. And then it is the final step, painting the highlight and reflection, aka what's in front of the bowl. Because glass being smooth means it being reflective as well, which also means you can see the reflection of what's in front of the bowl, hence the name of the step. And again, let's create another layer for this part since it is also kinda important. So we can see the shape of the light source super clearly. Like for example, if the light is from a round light bulb, the highlight will also be round. Like if the source is square like some kind of studio light, the highlight will also be square, like the highlight is literally a reflection of the light source. So here, let's do a square one, just for fun. And then we can also see the surrounding environment as well. Like normally, if the bowl was placed in a room, you can even see the interior of the room. But since we are in a void, just adding some lighter lines around the bowl is enough. You can get creative with some weird squiggly lines as well. Like we can only really imagine what's in front of the bowl after all, And after that, we are done with the first scenario. Not too bad, right? Now let's move on to the next one. So scenario number 2. Everything will stay the same as the first one, but this time the glass bowl is on a table. And let's say the bowl is on a green table inside a room with white wall. Step 1. We still paint what we see behind the bowl. But this time we have a table and a wall. So we are going to see a table and a wall. Duh. But they will be upside down. Wall on the bottom and table on top. Because glass bowl have this fun ability to invert whatever behind it. Like not always. It does depend on some other physics related factors as well, but generally speaking, this inverting thing happens quite a lot. So that means in the background we have the table and then the wall. And inside the bowl we will paint the wall and then the table. And this inverting thing is not really mirroring what's behind the bowl, but rather rotating it 180 degrees. So if there is an arrow on this side of the wall, it will become like this when looking through the bowl. And the color and the value stay roughly the same because it is clear glass. And also this line where the table meets the wall will follow a curve as well because this is a wall after all. But how much curve, you might ask? This depends on where you look at your bowl from. Like if you are face to face with it, the line will curve less, and if you look down on it, the line will be lower and curve more. And the rest still follows the same principle, darker when near the light and lighter when far from it. So that is step 1, and to be honest, this is the step that differs the most compared to the scenario number 1, because step 2, the shadow painting part, literally stays the exact same as before, lighter on the inside and darker on the outside. And step 3, painting what's in front of the ball, or the highlight and reflection, is more or less the same as the last one. Of course, you can totally go with the square highlight and the squiggly lines strategy from the void scenario, but you can do more because we have a room now, and there are more things in front of the ball. So let's say our light source is actually from a window, and guess what? We can see that whole window. And what if there are things on the table in front of the ball, but we cannot see them because of the camera angle, but we can still kind of see them reflected on the ball. So just put some random shapes in there for point of interest. As long as they follow the curve of the ball, they will be fine. The value can be a little bit lighter or darker, depending on the actual color of the object. It just needs to be roughly around the same as the surrounding area. And there you have it, a somewhat realistic looking glass ball. And now for a quick summary. Here's how to paint a glass ball in 3 simple steps. Step 1. Painting what we can see behind the ball because it is transparent, and it gets darker near the light source and lighter when getting far from it. If there is stuff behind it, things will most likely be inverted. Step 2. Painting the shadow, and it will be lighter on the inside and darker on the outside. Step 3. Painting what's in front of the ball, aka the highlight and the reflection. The highlight is a reflection of the light source, being very bright and clear. The other reflection will be slightly darker or lighter than the surrounding area, depending on the color of the object itself. And there you have it, a very basic glass ball tutorial. And you can apply the same logic or principle to lots of other stuff as long as they are kinda transparent and can be counted as a lump. So for example, water drops, jelly, gemstones, like not all of them but some, and even this. Yeah, you can apply the same principle for this. There will be some subtle differences here and there, but the basics still stays the same. Anyway, hope this helps. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you have a great day/night ahead and see you later.